MMA, Professor Chinyere Stella Okunna. Let's jam your hands together for her. She comes. And to support her is Alhaji Garba Kakanrohi. Kakanri. Naiko Kari. Member, BOT NMMA, former APCON registrar. Please a round of applause for him, ladies and gentlemen. And she is also member, board of trustees.
Kankarohi. And Garba Show will sue you to court because
don't Allah karaoke she.
Swayze, the nation. Innocent Duru, the nation. Collins Swayze, the nation. The winner is
Collins Swayze, the nation.
Collins is not here, so it's representing him, his colleague. Thank you.
Inoji, the Guardian.
Again, Again, I'm pleased to announce Collins Mwede as the winner, the nation. Collins Mwede. So, trustee, can you come and help again? Thank you. Give him his bag.
The nominees are Muyiwa Lucas, the nation. Agbota Tolulokpe, Daily Sun, Godfrey Bivere, Vanguard.
Lucas, the nation.
The real one. Okay, yeah, also a winner. I hope you are still a winner. Okay. Okay. This is your.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Congratulations. Oh, good. Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome.
Collins Swayze, the nation.
And the winner again is Collins Swayze, the nation.
To come in later. Thank you.
Disu Abdulaziz Olawumi, Awesome Communications. Sulaiman Lariwaju, Nigerian Tribune. Ibrahim Yusuf, the nation. And the winner is
Ibrahim Akbekade Yusuf, the nation. Congratulations.
Okay. Let's put you in the
Come on.
Okay, congratulations again. Thank you. Thank you.
the nominees for the Chevron Nigeria Prize as Reporter of the Year are Lucas Ajanaku, The Nation; Afiz Hanafi, The Punch; Justice Nwofo, Nigeria Tribune;
Well, I'm waiting for, okay, I will announce it. The winner is Lucas Ajanaku, The Nation. Oh, okay. Colleagues in the office. Yes, thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Well done. Thank you, sir.
Prize for Telecommunications Reporter of the Year. The nominees are Lucas Ajanaku, The Nation; Ramon Oladimeji Jamiu, The Punch; Adepetun Adeyemi, The Guardian.
And the winner is Ramon Oladimeji Jamiu, The Punch. Congratulations. Well done.
Thank you.
Your certificate?
I think this is the second time, right? Oh, okay.
The Niger Rights Prize for Real Estate and Construction Reporter of the Year. The nominees are Ramon Oladimeji Jamiu, The Punch; Benga Aderonti, The Nation; Afiz Hanafi, The Punch.
All right. And the winner is Ramon Oladimeji Jamiu, The Punch.
The prize goes to
I guess he has gone to Qatar. I'm sure he has gone to Qatar. Am I right? I know.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Award.
Take your prize first.
Congratulations.
And the privilege of wisdom to listen. On this August occasion, I want to crave your indulgence to listen with rapt attention as I invite Mr. Governor, the Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Wolu, to give his speech. Please jam your hands together as His Excellency.
Prince Adelusi Adelui. Thank you very much, sir. And I'm seeing I also have, they don't have a name of the Director General and gentlemen. Thank you very much. As a governor, it's a great delight to be hosting the Board of Trustees, the management, and members of this time-tested and enduring Nigerian Media Merit Award, the most reputable and credible platform for recognizing and rewarding media excellence in our country on your grand 30th anniversary here at the Center of Excellence, at the State of Aquatic Splendor, at the media headquarters of Nigeria here in Lagos State. This is where all the melting points of all media engagements, all the rough edges, all the good points, and all the bakings that has happened is inside your Lagos, my Lagos, our Lagos. Thank you very much for bringing it to Lagos one more time. And it's been given an appropriate theme, projecting Lagos as center of excellence beyond Africa. Seek to advance the potential of this great state as a continental hub of opportunity for all, a place that welcomes all and are sundry, where legitimate dreams, potentials, and aspiration can and indeed has been realized. It's a late icon and a doyen of the media industry, Dr. Ismail Babatunde Joseph, OFR, of blessed memory, a worthy Lagosian who once said of the NMAA, this is a quote that the organizers have also memorialized inside the invitation notice. The NMMA is a trust which we have established in firm consultation with various sectors of the media, and which we hope to make an annual event to the glory of our great country and the promotion of media excellence in Nigeria. This was his quote, and I imagine it's still very, very relevant up until today. And therefore, I can attest to the fact that the NMMA has upheld the vision of its founding fathers and surpassed the expectation of many. I am therefore elated to be associated with this frontline organization, and I'm pleased to be nominated as the chief host of honor at today's 38th award ceremony. I think I missed out the sole administrator of the media award itself. Chief Yemi Akeju. Akeju. Thank you very much. I remember when I saw the face again. Thank you very much for putting all of this together. And so the Nigerian media has occupied a pride of place at every critical junction in the evolution of our great country. Indeed, many of our founding fathers were themselves newspaper men and columnists. They were publishers. They were wielding the power of the pen to chip away the roots of colonialism, exploitation, and to advance their vision of a free and independent nation. And so since independence, their nation has enjoyed an unbroken tradition of a vibrant and free press, I dare say, through successive phases of our social, political journey and transitions. Nigerians have always been able to count on the fourth estate of REM to stand up for what is right at all times, regardless of the situation. I think you deserve a round of applause for that. And so the story of our hard-won democracy will not be complete without acknowledging the very prominent role of the media, all of you in this room, especially in the fight for democracy following the annulment of the June 12, 1993 presidential election. To all the awardees, I want to congratulate you on being found worthy of this prestigious award. This award is a call to a greater and a more dedicated service as encouragement to higher achievements through the power of your pen. Nigerians require you more than ever before to hold powerful institutions to account, to fight for the downtrodden and the less privileged in our society, and of course to use your voice to bring attention to issues that we ought to take seriously as a society and as a nation. This is a phenomenal achievement that no doubt testifies to your creativity and your intellect, which puts you and your profession on the same pedestal with the best Nigerian can offer, the best Africa can offer, and journalism, I believe, is the best the world can offer. As I end this very short address, let me use this opportunity to lend my voice to the appeal of well-meaning compatriots to the media on the need to exercise a high level of professionalism and commitment to the ethics of this great profession, especially as the 2023 general elections draw near, which you are all participants in one form or the other. Even as the media holds a powerful institution to account, you must also reserve some of this scrutiny for yourselves and ensure that there is no room for bad eggs and those who seek to bring this noble reputation into disrepute. This time we are in call for great circumspection and great fidelity to the timeless principles of journalism. Accuracy is critical, fairness at all times, balanced reportage, integrity, I imagine, is critical at all times. Your standards must never be lowered for anything, and definitely not in this age in which social media and internet has enabled the easy amplification of fake news and malicious reports, hate speeches that are intended to give undue political advantage or to divide our society or even derail this our democracy. And I think it's appropriate that we charge all of you and we charge all of us that this is a clarion call and it's something that everybody, a politician, a non-politician, a journalist, must take very, very seriously. Issues around fake news, untrue information, very, very wrong reportage, it's all around us. There was an incident that happened a couple of days ago, and 3 days ago we had our security town hall meeting. There was a video of a man who showed that he was attacked by some kidnappers in Lagos and all of that. And security operatives have come to say that indeed that was such a bad, horrible news. video that had gone viral, to all of our citizens, and only for it to turn out that it wasn't appropriate. So the lesson here is, for a second level verification, and I think that there is no better person than all of you in this room, all of the award recipients, and everybody that has a pen, that which we, the downtrodden and the expected ones, to listen to your views and to the outcome of whatever, how well you are judge us, especially with politicians that you really don't like. Thank you very much. Let me specially congratulate the Board of Trustees and the management of the Nigerian Merit Media Award for sustaining the vision and the ideas of this platform, as conceived by the founding fathers, who would all be proud of the giant tree that this modest seed of yesterday has grown into. On our part as a government, and a responsible one for that, we will continue to give our unflinching support to the media by being at the forefront of promoting and enabling a press freedom, as well as taking steps to make our government more accountable, transparent, being held to everything that we say, and we give not fake or wrong promises to our citizens. We believe this is the minimum that is expected of a city and a state of excellence. We will continue to provide an enabling environment for media practitioners in the whole of Lagos State to practice their profession in a convivial atmosphere without any rancor. Our administration is committed to providing good governance and dividend of democracy, and we definitely would require the partnership and collaboration of the fourth estate of REM as we proceed on this journey. Lagos and the NMMA indeed shares something in common. We have continued to live up to the expectation of our founding fathers, and we're both determined to set new standards of excellence and break new grounds. I urge the media to continue to not shy away from showcasing Lagos State and Nigeria in general in good light, highlighting and projecting our social, economic, and cultural opportunity and potential as we strive to attract more domestic and foreign investment into our economy and position ourselves on a global stage. Once again, let me congratulate to all the awardees today and the Board of Trustees and Management for making today a reality. As the journey into the next 3 decades kicks off, it is our prayer that it will be a journey of unstoppable growth and expansion, and that future generations of media practitioners will continue to hold the NMMA into the same regard that has been a defining legacy for the last 30 years. I want to thank you all for listening and wish you the very, very best. And I want to say to you a big Lagos greeting. Eko Nibajeo. Thank you very, very much. It's the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Thank you very much.
Okoro, come to Lagos. I go carry you past Ojudu Begari Road. I go show you the first cinema overhead bridge. Even the Abuleba overhead bridge. For this Lagos, life is too sweet. If you dey enjoy yourself, remember to thank God. Yeah, hey mama, hey. Mommy, come and see Oyibo dey do business for Lagos. Makawai, business, yes they walk, yes they jump. No place like Lagos, and no place like Lagos. Beautiful city, and no place like Lagos. Beautiful people, and no place like Lagos. Beautiful Lagos. Beautiful city, beautiful people, beautiful city.
Listen, Foster.
Yeah. Land of mercy, land of success. Oh. For Lagos, everything it don't change. As lights all over Lagos. It's bringing out the beauty in Lagos. From Third Mainland to Keja, no more traffic. Iya no worry, alapere, he don't settle. Business means for Lagos. See boys they hammer for Lagos. Yes they walk, oh yes they jump. No place like Lagos. And no place like Lagos. Beautiful city. And no place like Lagos. Beautiful people. And no place like Lagos. Beautiful city. Beautiful Lagos. Yeah. Okoro, come to Lagos. I go carry you past Ojudu Begani Road. I go show you the best. Yeah. Hey mama, yeah. Mommy, come and see how you go to do business for Lagos. Makawai, business meeting for Lagos. See boys they hammer for Lagos. Yes they walk, oh yes they jump. No place like Lagos. And no place like Lagos. Beautiful city. And no place like Lagos. Beautiful people. And no place like Lagos. Beautiful city. Beautiful Lagos. Yeah. Beautiful city. Beautiful people. Beautiful city. Yeah. Beautiful Lagos. Hey. Land of mercy, land of success. For Lagos, everything it don't change. As lights all over Lagos. It's bringing out the beauty in Lagos. From Third Mainland to Keja, no more traffic. Iya no worry, alapere.
Distinguishing feature that I see of this governor is his noiselessness in performance. It is possible to perform and make noise about it, no harm. But it is most humbling and most noble not to rabble-rouse when you are doing great things. And this board and the entire NMMA wish to thank you for the job you are doing in Lagos, making Lagos an exemplar of architectural and industrial delight, building on the foundation that have been laid. And one of those who have laid this foundation is our very own Lateef Jakonde, who has been an epitome of excellence in performance at work, which exactly you are doing right now. He was a performer, and you are now a very recognized performer. We wish to say that since we came, you have overwhelmed us with generosity and incredible hospitality. You have made our stay very beautiful, and the aquatic splendor that has been described has rushed in on us and cooled our nerves even when it is hot. So the atmosphere has been beautiful. Your hospitality has been wonderful. The state has been great. And we are going to live with great reluctance when we have to leave. But I want on behalf of the chairman to let you know that we are people of gratitude. It is the British playwright, Bernard Shaw, that said, "Dude is to lack noble instincts. Even animals are grateful." This board and the entire members of the NMMA wish to positively retaliate this generous gesture by coming back at an appointed time to pay you an honorable visit, and show our gratitude, mostly in kind, but not in a materially regrettable way. We cannot retaliate the way you have treated us, but we make it meaningful. We appreciate you. We thank you. We thank your state. And we urge you to continue to perform well, to deliver goods and services to this state, and continue to be an exemplar of great works. Thank you very much.
To Mr. Governor, on behalf of the trustees, please put your hands together for Professor Oluobafemi as he comes forward to do this right now.
Francis Juliana Ebere, New Telegraph, Justice Nwafo, Nigeria Tribune, Benga Salau, The Guardian. The prize goes to...
The winner is Francis Juliana Ebere of the New Telegraph.
The prize for Female Reporter of the Year. The nominees are Francis Juliana Ebere, New Telegraph, Feriza Igomu, The Punch, Regina Otokpa, New Telegraph. And the
winner is Francis Juliana Ebere, second time.
Congratulations once again.
Thank you.
the nominee and the winner is...
The winner is Inya Uchenna of the New Telegraph. Congrats, huh? Well done. Take a picture of the certificate.
Elison, Adekunle Yusuf, The Nation, Abdulaziz Ahmad, Daily Trust. The prize goes to...
The winner is Henry Uche Umahi of the Daily Sun. Okay, the certificate.
Congratulations.
How are you? Yeah? A round of applause for him, for the winner.
The nominees are Eric Ikile, The Nation, Innocent Duru, The Nation, Iremeka Chijoke, Jidofo, Sunday Telegraph. And the winner is...
The winner is Innocent Duru of The Nation.
Congratulations.
Well done. Take care.
For Print Journalist of the Year are Raymond Mordi, The Nation, Akomolafe Raphael Adebayo, New Telegraph, Inia Uchenna, New Telegraph.
The winner is Raymond Mordi of The Nation.
Babatunde Odesola, The Punch, Azu Ishekwene, Vanguard, Adelokon Abimbola Aduni, The Punch. The prize goes to
Azu Ishekwene of the Vanguard. Azu Ishekwene of the Vanguard.
The Nation, Daily Trust.
The winner, The Nation newspaper.
Oh, TJI.
Okay, congratulations.
Thank you, sir. I was with Tina 2 weeks ago. Tina is here, Maka.
Okay.
I was there 2 weeks ago.
Look at the camera.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
The Punch, The Guardian. And the winner is
The winner is Hamza Idris. Hamza Idris of the Daily Trust.
and the winner is
Thank you, darling.
Come on.
Come on. Thank you.
Well done.
Well done. One more thing. Hello.
Hello?
The winner for the Babatunde Joseph Prize for Newspaper of the Year is the Punch. Punch newspaper. Thank you. Well done. The Punch.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Congrats. And the certificate for you. Right. This way. Yeah, look this way. Okay. All right. This is also so you can carry the.
As leaders in their own rights, those who have contributed significantly to the media industry in our great country. I recall that the first Nigerian to be so honored
television program presenter of the year.
is our late leader, Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, who was honored at the very first award on July 11, 1992. 6 years later, we were privileged to also honor late Chief Anthony Inauro, the second Nigerian to be so honored. Over the last 30 years, we have honored about 18 or 19 Nigerians with the most outstanding leadership award of the Nigerian Media Merit Award. This evening, we will be recognizing 3 leaders in the media industry who have shown outstanding leadership in the development of media practice in Nigeria and by extension, leadership in the Nigerian society. I would therefore like to invite here the Chairman of the Board of Trustees, Dr. Aaron Adamo, to please come over and carry this assignment out. A big round of applause for him. To support him, I will be inviting the new chairman of the award panel, Mr. Dele Adetiba, to please come up to this platform. In order to be gender sensitive, I would also like to invite a lady who has been with us on this long journey for the past 30 years. She was the one who rendered the poem, like Jumoke did a few minutes ago, on the 11th of July, 1992. May I kindly invite Dame Ajayi Lycett to please come onto this platform. The Trustees' Most Outstanding Leadership Award is given to Nigerians, like I said earlier on, considered to have given outstanding contributions to the media industry and by extension, like I said, to the Nigerian society. The first person to be so recognized by the Nigerian Media Merit Award is our brother, outstanding leader, High Chief, Emeritus Chairman of AIT, Chief Raymond Dokwesi, please. And to bring color to this event, we will be inviting our industry leader, our most respected Honorable Minister for Information, to assist us at this session. Please come forward for these honors, please. We thank you very much for all the support you have given, and we count on your blessings for this exercise, which will be carried out by the Chairman of the Board of Trustees of NMME. You are very much welcome, please. I am so delighted to see him being supported by please bring the plaque. Can I give to the chairman of the award panel, who in turn will pass it on? Many Nigerians will recall that the AIT as an organization, described in one way or the other, the AIT has been an outstanding media organization. That this award be read out by Mr. Dele Adetiba of the panel of awards and panel of assessors.
Distinguished National Leadership Award presented to High Chief Raymond A. Dokwesi in recognition of your professional and exemplary life dedicated to media excellence and service to the nation. November 27, 2022.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. Congratulations.
Let me simply stand on existing protocols. I stand before you to express my most profound gratitude on behalf of my family and indeed the Dar Communications PLC group, owner operators of Africa Independent Television and Radio Power. 5G FM, I'm reminded, I retired a few years ago, almost 13 years now, from active live in broadcasting. But I do hope that the establishments we have put up will live after us. We'll come back. We have gone through very, very challenging period, especially in the last 8 years. I'm happy my brother, the Honorable Minister, is here representing Mr. President. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Chief Raymond, and broadcast media in particular. May I have the second trophy, please? The second trophy. Is Mr. Kabir Yusuf. Mr. Kabir Yusuf is the chairman of Daily Trust Media Organization. Nigeria Media Merit Award at least once or two occasions. Also, many writers and indeed the editor of the Daily Trust have also won awards at the Nigeria Media Merit Award over the years. We found Alhaji Kabir to be an outstanding leader who has contributed his quota to the development of the media in Nigeria and by extension the Nigerian nation. So I ever invite Mr. Dele Adediba, our chairman of the award panel, to kindly.
Our chairman has delegated me to do this. From the Nigeria Media Merit Award, a distinguished national leadership award is presented to you, sir, Malam Kabiru A. Yusuf, in recognition of your professional and exemplary life dedicated to media excellence and service to this nation. On this day, November 27th, 2023, you have our hearty congratulations, Malam. Sir.
Sorry. Yes, yes. Yes, thank you. Your Excellencies, distinguished colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, I must say that even though I've spent a few years in the media, this is the first award I can remember receiving. Once in a while, I get funny letters from organizations, some of them in Nigeria, some of them in Ghana, or they will say in the US, suggesting that I have done something that deserves an award, and I just don't take that seriously. But this time, one I heard is from the Nigerian Media Merit Award. I was quite surprised, but I thought maybe it's an indication that my time in the media is up. Because when you start getting awards, it is like saying, thank you very much for the work you have done. Perhaps you should pass it on to the younger people. So thank you very much. I take the message, and I want to tell you how proud I am to be recognized by this very distinguished group. Thank you.
Malam, we still do need your experience, so don't disappear.
Thanks for the gentleman who has contributed immensely to the development of media practice in our country, who has been outstanding in every respect, and the development of a news magazine called Tell magazine. It is where is Mr. Nusa Igebo? Is he around? He has left. Oh. He was here earlier on. No proxies, please. No proxy, please. So we'll keep this for Mr. Nosai Gebo when next is around to wait to collect his trophy. Sincere apologies. I will look forward to seeing him very soon again. On behalf of the Chairman and Board of Trustees, I want to say thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. That's the end of the session, please. Thank you very much, please.
Heads of agencies of Ministry of Information and Culture who are here today, notably the CEOs of our National Theatre, the National Broadcasting Commission, the National Troupe of Nigeria, veterans of this profession, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I would have been very impressed with the MC, the polyglot, because it's not usual to find a person who speaks virtually all languages. However, I will tell you a small story about languages. There was a particular businessman, very, very successful, but not quite literate in the Western way. And journalists always tried to embarrass him because they knew he didn't have quite a good command of the English language. So on this trip, the journalists met him at the airport, and they wanted to embarrass him and ask him, "Where are you coming from, sir?" He said he has been to Germany, he'd been to France, he'd been to Russia, and Poland. And they asked him, how successful was the trip? He said, very successful. They said, but sir, you don't speak Polish, you don't speak French, you don't speak German. Then how did you cope? And you say it was a very successful journey. He said, yes, very successful. Tell us, how did you engage interpreters? He said, no. Then how did you do it? Then he now called his aide, who had a briefcase. He asked the aide to open the briefcase. When they opened the briefcase, they saw, worth of, dollar notes. He said, you see, this one speaks all languages. May I warmly congratulate the organizers of the Nigeria Media Merit Award. On this occasion of the 38th Nigeria Media Merit Awards, Grand Media Excellence, there is no doubt that this annual award has helped to foster media excellence, while also becoming the best in its class in our media industry. The NMMA has earned its epaulet as the foremost and most prestigious media excellence scheme in Africa. I can only implore the brilliant minds behind this scheme not to rest on their oars. Looking at the theme of this year's event, which is projecting Lagos as center of excellence beyond Africa, I can see a clear and almost uncanny convergence between our thinking at the federal level and that of the organizers of this event. As you are aware, Nigeria has just successfully hosted an international event, the United Nations World Tourism Organization Global Conference on Tourism, Culture, and the Creative Industry in Lagos. Our choice of Lagos was not by accident. It was aimed at projecting Lagos, and by extension, our nation, to the world. And judging by the comments of the participants from all over the world who convened here in Lagos at National Theatre for the November 14 to 16 UNWTO event, we succeeded in that regard. I'm therefore delighted that the Nigeria Media Merit Award is thinking along the same path as that of the federal government. Now, why Lagos? And why must we project Lagos? The answer is simple. Lagos has become Nigeria's undisputed hub for entertainment, for culture, for sports, business, industry, leisure, investment, and technology, just to mention a few. And above all, Lagos is the center of excellence, both in words and in reality. Lagos, Africa's largest city by population, despite its relatively small landmass, exudes so much energy and is appropriately referred to as the city that never sleeps. Lagos provides a beautiful mix of tradition and culture, finely blended with business, technology, and commerce. Lagos boasts world-class tourist attractions. It is home to the historical slave trade outpost of Badagry, with all the relics and museums that reminds us of our history as black people. The Sungbo Eredo, built between 800 and 1000 AD, and stretching into neighboring Ogun State as a defensive fortification. The Makoko fishing village, built on stilts, and which has been described as the Lagos version of Venice in Italy, and which remains an attraction for many foreigners. The mangrove forests of Lekki Conservation Center, the flora and fauna rich forests, and display the nature of the environment before all the modern day development. as well as Victoria Island, Ikoyi, and Lekki, which hosts some of the best and highly acclaimed international hotels, resorts, and restaurants, serving both continental and rich Nigerian cuisine. Lagos is also the fashion capital of Africa, boasting many world-renowned fashionpreneurs and hosting global fashion shows that bring the world together annually. This city has produced or accommodated some of the best musicians that ever graced the planet, from the likes of the legendary Fela Anikulapo Kuti to modern-day celebrities like Wizkid, Davido, Burna Boy, and Kiss Daniel, who recently performed to acclaim at the ongoing World Cup in Qatar. These musicians have all discovered and owned their crafts in the city's studios, clubs, and leisure centers and concerts. What about the Lagos Island market, which is one of the largest in Africa and boasts buyers and sellers from all over the continent and beyond on a daily basis? From Balogun to Kiari to Mandilas, there's almost nothing you will not get to buy in the market. Several other markets like Oyingbo and Oshodi on the Lagos mainland are also massive. We must not forget that the iconic National Theatre, built in 1976 to host the Second World Black and African Festival of Arts and Culture, the newly refurbished edifice hosted the UNWTO Global Conference that I spoke about earlier and was the cynosure of all eyes all through the event. Yet only phase 1 of the rehabilitation has been completed. With the planned addition of 4 new hubs for fashion, music, film, and IT, the National Theatre is set to emerge as the Lagos Creative and Entertainment Center, thanks to a partnership between the federal government and the Bankers Committee, ably supported by the Lagos State government. There are other iconic infrastructure in Lagos, including the Lekki-Ikoyi Bridge and the Third Mainland Bridge, which are also important tourist attractions. Lagos also boasts of the modern transportation infrastructure like the BRT, the new rail infrastructure by both the federal and state governments, and the waterways that are both a commuter route for business persons trying to get to their daily activities and leisure seekers with their boats, yachts, jet skis, and the likes. What about mega infrastructure like the Lekki Free Trade Zone, the Lekki Deep Sea Port, the Dangote Refinery, and the Fertilizer Company, and the Eco-Atlantic City? What about the fact that Lagos hosts the head offices of numerous multinational companies, banks, telcos, and fintechs? Is it any surprise that Lagos is indeed Africa's 7th largest economy with a GDP of over 90 billion in 2014? Finally, the city is also the technology hub of Nigeria, and indeed the whole of Africa. In global technology, heavyweights like Microsoft, Google, Facebook, and Amazon have all come to set up shop in our dear Lagos. According to annual global startup statistics, Lagos jumped 41 sports to rank 81st and become the first African city ever to reach the global top 100 in history. The Lagos startup ecosystem continues to be a magnet for foreign direct investment, attracting up to 70% of its total national figures. In Q1 of 2022, that stood at over $100 million. And in global food tech industry, Lagos is ranked number 24. You can now see why we chose Lagos as the host of the first ever UNWTO Global Conference on Tourism, Culture and Creative Industry. And apparently, why the organizers of the NMMA chose to use this 38th Grand NMMA to celebrate Lagos. By projecting and celebrating Lagos, we are celebrating our dear country with its rich and diverse culture, world-class gastronomy, and fashion, and the soaring creative industry, among others. Congratulations once again to the organizers of this event, the awardees, and also Lagos State Government for being such a wonderful host. I thank you all for your very kind attention.
When I turned 30, you called. 1992 to 2002. It's done.
When you build the building, oh, you come in. When you build the building, oh, you come in. When you build the building, oh, you come in.
Victor Oteri, Lagos Traffic Radio, 96.1 FM, Lagos. Michael James Dadzie, Lagos Traffic Radio, 96.1 FM, Lagos. Ibifu Bara Pepple, Radio Nigeria.
And the winner is Victor Oteri,
Radio Nigeria.
Lagos Traffic Radio, 96.1 FM.
And the prize goes
Lagos.
to
Good evening. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Victor, my very special pleasure to hand this over to you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And I want you to know that you are my robo-son.
We go, sir.
Bredo. Congratulations. Special one. It's good that, what a coincidence. Congratulations. Okay, thank you.
It's a double coincidence because
Yes.
he's also from Lagos.
Yeah.
He's a staff of Lagos State Government.
Okay, yes. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Next.
Aderomu Folashade, Lagos Traffic Radio. Foluke Dare, Ray Power FM. Aderomu Folashade, Lagos Traffic Radio.
And the winner is Foluke Dare, Ray Power FM.
Ray Power. Is Ali going to stay with us?
Yes, he's in. Yes.
You are still there?
Chair is still there. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Congratulations.
And that's it.
Congrats. Keep it going. Sorry? Thank you.
Thank you.
The nominees are FRCN, Ray Power FM, Wazobia FM. And the winner is
Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria.
Congratulations. The original NBC, Nigerian Broadcasting Corporation.
Adenike Adegoke.
Congratulations to the station of the nation. Congratulations. Well, how do we do that? Okay. Congrats.
Is Gimba Umar, Control TV.
Gimba Umar. Gimba, you are.
Congratulations.
I am Gimba Umar.
Yes, we know
nice
you.
To meet
Yes, we know
See
you.
flesh and blood.
Thank you so much. I appreciate this. Control TV is going places.
Yes.
And in a very short time.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Congratulations
Okay.
on this to complete the picture.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Thank you. Congrats.
Thank you so much.
the prize goes to
And the winner is Fatima Umar Buba, NTA.
I want you all to know, finally, congratulations.
Thank you so
Congratulations. Congrats. Congrats. Congrats.
Congrats.
Congrats. It's been a long time coming. Congrats. Keep it up.
Thank you,
Keep
sir.
it up.
Thank you, Mom.
Thank you. Congrats.
Esther Omopariola, TVC News. Ololade Adeniji Adele, NTA. And the winner is
And the winner is, seems we're going the same direction, Ololade Adeniji Adele, NTA.
I thought because you are representing her. Okay. Because I was going to ask her where's Toya, my boy. Congratulations.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Right. Yes.
Congrats.
Congrats.
the nominees for Television Production of the Year are Bademosi Temitope, TVC News. Olayiwola Awakon, TVC News. Adeyinka Adeboyega, NTA. And the winner is
And the winner is Adewale David Adenuga Jr.
It's not here.
WAP TV.
It's not on the screen. Adenuga Jr.
Abai Elizabeth, NTA. Adewale David Adenuga Jr., WAP TV. Abai Elizabeth, NTA.
Okay.
And the winner is
Adewale David Adenuga Jr., WAP TV.
Adenuga Jr., where are you, please?
Is it representative for
No.
WAP?
Olayiwola Awakon, TVC News. Adeyinka Adeboyega, NTA.
And the winner is Olaiwola Awakon, TVC.
This one says Akakon. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Congrats.
Yeah, this is also for you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Congrats.
Congrats. Congrats.
Else TV, Arise TV.
And the winner is.
And the winner is.
Can I do this, please, lady?
Yes, please.
And the winner is. And I'm going to be stammering for a while. And the winner is. And the winner is. I can't hear you. Aha. I tell you now. The winner is Channels Television. And this is an NBC prize. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Thank you so much.
Congrats. That's for you.
Serial winner. Congratulations.
Congrats. You didn't see it coming.
No, not this time. Not this time. Yeah.
Stand up, stand up, for the champion, stand up, stand up, stand up, for the champion, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up, oh, for the champion, stand up.
It's going to be a very brief one because the night is fast spent. I'd like, on behalf of the chairman, Channels Media Group, Dr. John Momo, and his lovely wife, to say a big thank you to the organizers of this event. We didn't see this coming because we've won this award for 14 times. This is the 15th time we'll be winning this award. We appreciate the organizers. We appreciate Lagos, the city of excellence, because Channels TV is also associated with excellence. We'd like to say that we are giving this award to the staff, dedicating it to the staff of Channels TV, people who have worked so hard for this over the years. This award is for them. I thank you all, and I thank you indeed.
Congratulations.
All right. Thank you.
Every Monday on this station at 11 p.m., the spotlight comes on. It's the Biscon Show. From the heart of the action to your screen, BOS brings the glitz, the glamour, and the stories that matter. Airing on AIT, streaming on Biscon TV through GoTV channel 144, and across Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. We're everywhere you are. From star-studded weddings to political events, corporate galas to celebrity interviews, BOS takes you behind the scenes with style, class, and authenticity. Powered by Biscon Television, our cameras don't just capture moments, we make them unforgettable. With crystal clear visuals, exclusive features, and premium storytelling, we bring you the faces, the voices, and the vibes that shape our world. Hosted by the legendary Prince Biscon, it's more than a show. It's a celebration of life, culture, and excellence. For news, events, and entertainment that shine bright, stay tuned. The Biscon Show. Every moment, pure magic. Back on the beat. BOS International Magazine is back. It's bold, it's fresh, it's everything BOS in print. By popular demand, the magazine you've missed, the one that once traveled side by side with the Biscon show, is back. Reimagined for today, reborn for tomorrow. Once a flagship companion to the BOS brand, BOS International Magazine returns to reclaim its space, not just as a publication, but as a powerful extension of the BOS experience. From the vibrant pulse of people and politics to the fast lanes of sports and lifestyle. From the quiet corridors of influence to the vibrant streets that shape our culture. BOS International Magazine is your passport to the stories that matter. We shine the spotlight on the bold, the brilliant, and the beautiful. We capture the essence of Nigeria and the heartbeat of its people. We tell stories that inspire, profiles that endear, news that resonates, and moments that live forever in print. It's not just a magazine, it's a movement, it's a mirror, it's BOS on a page. BOS International Magazine. News, sports, people, politics, places, lifestyle. By popular demand. Back in your hands. And once again, the perfect complement to BOS on screen. In Koshofe local government, development is on the way. Roads are being paved, schools are being upgraded, and community empowerment programs are in full swing. All thanks to your support. To do even more, we need you, residents and businesses. It's time to support the growth of Koshofe by paying your rates. With your contributions, we can empower our youth, strengthen security, upgrade infrastructure, and enhance community development. Remember, do not pay cash to anyone. Use the approved channels, LGA bank accounts, area offices, or secure digital methods via QR codes and payment links. For assistance or inquiries, please call 0911-543-0009 or email us at koshoferev@koshofelga.lg.gov.ng. Together, we can build a better Koshofe. For Koshofe local government, development don't they happen oh. Roads they smooth, schools they chop upgrade, and community empowerment program development they grow silence. All now because of una support. We want do more. We need all of una. We need you. Both yard people for area and businesses. Time don't reach to support the growth of Koshofe. Now to do one thing, pay your rates. With your contribution, we fit empower our youth. Security go strong kakaraka. We go upgrade infrastructure and build community development. Remember no pay cash to anybody Use the approved channel, LGA bank account, area offices, or use digital method through QR codes and payment links. For assistance or inquiry, call us for 0911-543-0009 or just email them to koshoferev@koshofelga.lg.gov.ng. Together, we go build better Koshofe. Breaking news. Biscon Communications, producers of the almighty BC Olatilo Show, BOS, and owners and operators of Biscon TV, needs the following operators very urgently: newscasters, video editors, presenters, sports reporters, and more. Interested candidates should report immediately now at Biscon Communication Plaza, number 12, Sylvia Crescent, Anthony Village, Lagos. Announcement by Biscon Management. Koshofe, our home, our pride. In the last few years, something extraordinary has happened. Development now has a face. Service now has a name. Honorable Moyoshore Ogunlewe. From the busy streets of Anthony to the quiet corners of Mende, Ifako, and Ogudu, transformation has become our story. He built roads, not just one or two, but many. Alhaji Amao, Ní Ogunleye, Musa Adewokun, Ajoke Ogunlewe Crescent, Araromi, Ekpetedo, Idowu Dada, Aronrin, Alade Street, Odugbeson Avenue, Abbey Street, and Adebayo Mokolu in Anthony. Rebuilt with care, with vision, with love. He built relief to families with the reinforced concrete drainage on Frederick Ezenwosu Street. He powered up our communities with a brand new 500 kVA transformer at Joseph Adesonya Avenue. And in Sholui Bagada, he delivered safe, clean water through a solar-powered borehole. He made the Nigerian Union of Local Government Employees feel proud with a brand new secretariat equipped with a world-class conference room. In health, he upgraded primary health care centers, making care closer, faster, better. In education, he supported school renovations and student empowerment programs that inspired dreams and shaped futures. He didn't just lead from the office. He walked the streets, listened to the people, and delivered where others made excuses.
Go ahead, sir. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Moyoshore Ogunlewe is not just a chairman. He is a builder, a reformer, a servant leader, and now we have the chance to do more. On July 12th, let us vote for progress. Let us vote for continuity. Let us vote for Honorable Moyoshore Ogunlewe as chairman of Koshofe local government. Because with him, Koshofe rises higher. This message is brought to you by supporters of good governance in Koshofe. Back on the beat. BOS International Magazine is back. It's bold, it's fresh, it's everything BOS in print. By popular demand, the magazine you've missed, the one that once traveled side by side with the Biscon show, is back. Reimagined for today, reborn for tomorrow. Once a flagship companion to the BOS brand, BOS International Magazine returns to reclaim its space, not just as a publication, but as a powerful extension of the BOS experience. From the vibrant pulse of people and politics to the fast lanes of sports and lifestyle. From the quiet corridors of influence to the vibrant streets that shape our culture. BOS International Magazine is your passport to the stories that matter. We shine the spotlight on the bold, the brilliant, and the beautiful. We capture the essence of Nigeria and the heartbeat of its people. We tell stories that inspire, profiles that endear, news that resonates, and moments that live forever in print. It's not just a magazine. It's a movement. It's a mirror. It's BOS on a page. BOS International Magazine. News, sports, people, politics, places, lifestyle. By popular demand. Back in your hands. And once again, the perfect complement to BOS on screen.
Thank you for joining us today on Biscon Television News Roundup. I'm Stella Opara. Coming up in the news, Army reaffirms commitment to democracy and national security. Bode George to Atiku and PDP coalition members, you can't serve two masters. In business news, US-Africa Business Summit secures $2.5 billion in trade deals. On the foreign turn, US aid shut down under Trump draws condemnation from Obama and Bush. Now the news in detail. The federal government on Monday announced a major milestone in its immigration reforms, revealing that over 14,000 applications have been processed through Nigeria's new electronic visa system since it launched on May 1st. Interim Minister Dr. Olubomi Tunjojo shared the update during a stakeholders workshop at the Nigeria Immigration Service headquarters. noting the system's potential to boost national security and economic growth. The minister added that additional digital platforms, including the electronic combined expatriate residence permit and aliens card (e-SEPAC) and the temporary work permit (TWP), will become operational within a week. The government also automated passport archiving, saving about ₦1 billion annually. Officials emphasized that the e-visa and accompanying platforms aim to end corruption-prone manual processes and streamline access for foreigners while maintaining national security. Now, on Tuesday, Nigeria's Finance Minister Wale Edun addressed world leaders at the 4th International Conference on Financing for Development in Spain, highlighting the country's push toward fiscal self-reliance and a strategic economic reset. Edun outlined Nigeria's reforms in tax administration, fiscal discipline, and digital infrastructure aimed at improving public service delivery and boosting private investments. He also stressed the need for global financial systems to be fairer to developing nations, calling for international cooperation against illicit financial flows and tax evasion. Edun's remarks emphasized Nigeria's commitment to transparency, self-reliance, and building strategic global partnerships for sustainable growth. Now, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede, on Wednesday, reaffirmed the Nigerian Army's dedication to safeguarding democracy and protecting citizens amid rising insecurity. At a briefing to kick off the 2025 Nigerian Army Day celebration, he emphasized the military's constitutional mandate to combat terrorism and maintain peace. Represented by Major General Gold Chibuisi, Oluyede highlighted recent security challenges and the Army's response in denying terrorists any foothold. He also announced the Army's transformation agenda, focusing on personnel welfare and professionalism, along with various community outreach activities planned across Kaduna State to mark the Army's 162nd anniversary. Now, it was reported on Thursday that Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, has declared the newly formed opposition coalition a failure, citing his exclusion as a primary indication of its impending collapse. Wike, a member of the People's Democratic Party, currently serving under the APC-led federal government, made the comments during a televised media chat on Thursday. He questioned the strength and relevance of the opposition alliance, insisting that those behind it had already been in power and failed to deliver results for Nigerians. He also responded to suggestions that President Bola Tinubu may feel threatened by the alliance of former Vice President Atiku Abubakar and former Labour Party's presidential candidate Peter Obi. Wike appeared to downplay their political relevance and rejected comparisons with them, implying that he holds greater influence. Now, on Friday, former PDP Deputy National Chairman Chief Bode George slammed party stalwarts like former Vice President Atiku Abubakar for participating in the newly formed ADC-led opposition coalition without formally exiting the PDP. Speaking on a national television program on Friday morning, George cautioned that party loyalty must be absolute, warning that simultaneous allegiance to both the PDP and ADC undermines internal cohesion. Referencing biblical principles, George said, and I quote, "You can't serve two masters. It's either you are in A or B, not both." End of quote. He also accused key coalition leaders like ADC chairman David Mark and Atiku of being instrumental in past internal crises that weakened the PDP, hinting that their dual affiliations could further fragment the party ahead of the 2027 elections. Also on Friday, a federal high court in Abuja ordered the immediate recall of Senator Natasha Poti-Draga to the Nigerian Senate, ruling that her 6-month suspension was unconstitutional and excessive. Justice Bintan Yako stated that while the Senate has the authority to discipline its members, the lengthy suspension effectively denied the people of Kogi Central their right to representation. The court found that the Senate overstepped its bounds by relying on provisions that do not specify suspension duration, rendering the action legally unfounded. The court also addressed a separate issue involving Senate President Godswill Akpabio, ruling that his refusal to allow Akpoti-Uduaghan to speak during a plenary because she wasn't in her assigned seat did not violate her rights. However, the court rejected Akpabio's claim that the matter was an internal legislative affair, affirming that issues of fundamental rights fall within judicial oversight. In a related development, the court fined Akpoti-Uduaghan for breaching a prior order that barred public commentary on the case. You're watching Biscon Television News Roundup. Business news comes up after the break. Welcome back. Now to business news. We told you on Monday that banks across Nigeria donated over 500 million naira in cash and relief materials to victims of recent flooding in Mokwa, Niger State. The announcement came during a presentation at the Niger State Government Liaison Office in Abuja, where United Bank for Africa's GMD, Mr. Oliver Alauba, led other top banking executives to deliver the items, which included food, mattresses, and essential supplies. Governor Mohammed Umaru Bago expressed gratitude, noting that earlier individual donations included 300 million naira from Zenith Bank and 200 million naira from UBA. He emphasized that climate change and outdated dam infrastructure were worsening floods, calling for public-private collaboration on sustainable water management and irrigation projects. The bank's move was praised as a model of corporate social responsibility. It was in the news on Tuesday that the recently concluded 17th U.S.-Africa Business Summit yielded over $2.5 billion in new trade and investment deals between American and African entities, according to the U.S. Department of State. Now hosted by the Corporate Council on Africa and the President of Angola, a summit recorded its highest attendance yet, with more than 2,700 participants and 12 African heads of state present. The agreements reflected the U.S.'s commitment to investment-led development across Africa, with a focus on strategic sectors like energy, digital infrastructure, agriculture, and tourism. Highlights of the summit included a $1.5 billion power transmission deal between Hydrolink and Angola for the DRC mining sector, a $170 million cybersecurity initiative by Cyberstein with Angola Telecom, and a US-backed LNG terminal project in Sierra Leone. Other significant agreements involved luxury infrastructure investments in Ethiopia and a major hydropower partnership covering Rwanda and the DRC. US officials emphasized that the summit aligned with a broader strategy of treating African nations as equal partners in trade and development. Now, it was reported on Friday that Zenith Bank PLC has once again emerged as Nigeria's top bank by Tier 1 capital, holding the position for the 16th consecutive year, according to the 2025 Top 1000 World Banks ranking by The Banker, Financial Times Group. Ranked 581st globally with a Tier 1 capital of $2 billion, the bank's performance underscores its financial strength and resilience based on the 2024 year-end data. Tier 1 capital reflects the core financial strength of a bank, vital for investor confidence and regulatory stability. Reacting to the accolade, Group CEO Dr. Adaura Umeoji attributed the milestone to strong corporate governance, sound risk management, and unwavering customer loyalty. In 2024, Zenith Bank posted a robust 86% growth in gross earnings to 3.97 trillion naira and a 67% rise in profit before tax to 1.3 trillion naira, enabling a dividend payout of 195.67 billion naira. The bank's sustained growth is driven by strategic investments and a growing loan portfolio, solidifying its leadership in Nigeria's banking sector. You're still watching Biscon Television News Roundup. Up next is foreign news. Welcome back. Now to foreign news. Report on Tuesday showed that President Donald Trump threatened to deport Elon Musk and cut off federal contracts to his companies after Musk publicly criticized Trump's flagship One Big Beautiful Bill. Once close allies, the two have fallen out over the bill's removal of electric vehicle incentives, prompting Musk to consider forming a new political party and funding challengers to pro-Trump Republicans. Trump accused Musk of trying to derail his agenda and warned he could lose major subsidies for Tesla, SpaceX, and Starlink. Without subsidies, Elon would probably have to head back to South Africa, Trump posted. Tesla shares dropped 6% following the threats, while Musk hinted at retaliation, but said he would refrain for now. Now, it was in the news on Wednesday that the United States Agency for International Development, USAID, has been officially shut down after President Donald Trump cut nearly all its programs, drawing heavy criticism from ex-presidents Barack Obama and George W. Bush. Over 80% of the agency's operations had been terminated, with the remainder absorbed by the State Department. A recent study in The Lancet warned the closure could result in 14 million premature deaths by 2030. Bush lamented the loss of life-saving programs like the HIV and AIDS initiative he started, while Obama called the move a tragedy. Humanitarian groups and international leaders, including U2's Bono, condemned the decision, calling it a setback to global development and American goodwill. Now, on Friday, Israel's defense minister, Israel Katz, tasked the military with developing a plan to prevent Iran from threatening the country again following a 12-day conflict. Katz said Israel must maintain air superiority and ensure Iran cannot rebuild its military or nuclear capabilities. Following the recent war that saw over 50 missiles hit Israel and 900 deaths in Iran, Katz emphasized a proactive defense approach. He likened the future strategy to Israel's ongoing campaign in Lebanon, where it regularly targets Hezbollah positions, despite ceasefire agreements. Now, also on Friday, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said he held a strategic conversation with U.S. President Donald Trump to discuss joint efforts to boost Ukraine's air defense capability. As Russian strikes on Ukrainian cities intensified, Zelensky emphasized the urgent need for advanced systems like the Patriot missile and increased cooperation in joint defense production and procurement. Trump reportedly agreed to explore ways to strengthen Ukraine's capacity to protect its skies from continued drone and missile attacks. The talks followed a dramatic escalation in the war, including what Kyiv described as the largest drone assault on the capital since the invasion began. This development came shortly after Trump's call with Russian President Vladimir Putin, which he described as disappointing, and a separate discussion with German Chancellor Friedrich Merz on Ukraine's air defense and trade issues. Meanwhile, Germany said it's in talks to purchase Patriot systems to support Ukraine's air shield as Washington temporarily halted some arms shipments. You're still watching Biscon Television News Roundup. The news continues shortly.
Hello and welcome to Sports News Roundup on Biscon TV. On Monday, we shared the story that LeBron James is set to play in a record 23rd NBA season after his agent said the 40-year-old has exercised an option to extend his contract with Los Angeles Lakers. Rich Paul said James, the NBA's all-time leading scorer, was targeting a fifth championship after activating a $53 million player option for the 2025-26 season. Agent Rich Paul said, and I quote, "He knows the Lakers are building for the future. He understands that, but he values a realistic chance of winning it all. He wants to make every season he has left count, and the Lakers understand that, and are supportive and want what's best for him." End of quote. James currently shares the NBA season record with 8-time All-Star Vince Carter. His tally of 1,562 regular season appearances is just 50 short of breaking former Boston Celtics star Robert Parrish NBA's record. And then on Tuesday, we brought the news that Arsenal have completed the signing of Spanish goalkeeper Kepa Arrizabalaga from Chelsea in a deal worth £5 million. The 30-year-old once the world's most expensive goalkeeper after a £71 million move from Athletic Bilbao to Chelsea in 2018 struggled to live up to expectations at Stamford Bridge and spent the last 2 seasons on loan at Real Madrid as well as Bournemouth. Kepa is expected to serve as a backup to Arsenal's current first-choice goalkeeper, David Raya, as Mikel Arteta continues to strengthen the squad ahead of the new season. Arsenal, who have finished runners-up in the Premier League for the 3 consecutive seasons, are also closing in on further signings, including Martin Zubimendi from Real Sociedad and Brentford's Christian Norgard, as they aim to end their trophy drought since 2020. And on Wednesday, we told you that Solomon Aliyu has been appointed as the new National Athletics head coach, promising widespread reforms to rebuild Nigeria's coaching structure and instill discipline. Described by the Athletics Federation of Nigeria as an uncommon choice, the retired police officer will oversee coaching programs nationwide and prepare Nigeria's athletes for global competitions. Aliyu, also president of the Nigeria Athletics Coaches Association, said he will prioritize coach education, regular retraining, and professional coordination. He lamented the leadership gap in the coaching department since the last head coach retired and pledged to unify and modernize Nigeria's athletics coaching framework over its initial 2-year term. And then on Thursday, we reported the sad news that Liverpool and Portugal forward Diogo Jota has died at the age of 28 following a tragic road accident in Spain. The fatal crash occurred on A42 motorway at kilometer 65 near the municipality of Palacios de Sanabria in the province of Zamora. Jota, born in 1996, was a key figure for both Liverpool FC and the Portuguese national team. The news of his sudden passing has sent shockwaves through the footballing world and beyond. The Spanish sports newspaper Marca reported the incident on Thursday, confirming that Jota died at the scene of the accident. Jota was widely regarded for his tenacity, goal-scoring instinct, and versatility on the pitch. And finally, on Friday, we shared the update that Spain winger Nico Williams has signed a new 10-year contract with Athletic Bilbao. The 22-year-old had been heavily linked with Barcelona, while German club Bayern Munich were also speculated to be interested in his services. His previous deal with Bilbao was scheduled to run out in 2027, but he has now extended his terms with them until 30th of June 2035. Williams has come through the ranks at Bilbao, where his older brother Inaki is also a player, and made his debut for the club aged 18 in April 2021. He has scored 31 goals and 167 appearances for the club and helped them finish fourth in La Liga last season as they qualified for the 2025-2026 Champions League. That concludes our sports news roundup for this week. Thanks for watching.
Welcome back. It's now time for entertainment news. Now, during the week, singer Peter Okoye of the defunct P-Square group reignited a long-standing feud with his older brother and former manager, Jude Okoye, in a fiery online exchange. Reacting to Jude's cryptic Instagram post accusing former collaborators of betrayal, Peter lashed out on X, asserting that respect must be earned and accused Jude of past misconduct. Peter rejected claims that Jude shouldered his career, clarifying that Jude was hired and later sacked as manager. He highlighted that his solo journey post P-Square has been more profitable and peaceful. The public feud rooted in issues that contributed to P-Square's 2017 split signaled continued family tensions despite a brief reconciliation in 2021. Also, hip-hop mogul Sean Diddy Combs has been acquitted of racketeering and sex trafficking charges in a closely watched federal trial, sparing him the possibility of a life sentence. A jury delivered its verdict early on Wednesday after 2 days of deliberation, clearing Combs of the most serious allegations, but finding him guilty on 2 counts of transportation for prostitution. The courtroom was tense as the verdicts were read, with Combs' family showing visible emotion. Though he avoided the most severe charges, the convictions still carry significant penalties. Each count holds a maximum of 10 years in prison, meaning Combs could face up to 20 years if sentenced consecutively. His legal team is pushing for his release pending sentencing, a move opposed by prosecutors. The judge has yet to rule on that request, and a sentencing date has not been set, as at the time of filing this report. Combs responded to the verdict with applause, joined by supporters in the courtroom gallery. In another story, Charles Idibia, younger brother of music legend Tu Baba, has accused the singer's new partner of controlling and isolating him. In a series of Instagram posts, Charles claimed the woman hacked into Tu Baba's phone to announce his divorce from Annie Idibia and manipulated him into relocating to Abuja. He alleged that she sabotaged his business, forced him to abandon his management, and even posted misleading photos on his social media. Charles warned that his brother is living in bondage and urged him to cut off social media, reassess his choices, and protect his legacy from being destroyed by manipulation disguised as love. And that's it on Biscon Television News Roundup. I'm Stella Opara. Thank you for staying with us.
Hello, welcome to another date on Citizen Jones Today. What we do is simple. Interrogate issues that get thrown at us by my country, your country, just so you know. Today, federal government gives the okay to Naira for crude deal. Hope rises for pump price drop. Let's go there. You know, I said the other day that there was a difference between problem solving and decision making. To solve a problem, one requires a solution, and to make a decision, one needs to make a choice. For decades, we needed to stop trifling unknowingly with our God-given gift of crude oil. President Bola Tinubu, himself a player in the industry, had to make a decision in order to solve our crude problem. Well, crude oil problem. And so the Naira for crude deal was struck. The policy mandates the transaction of crude oil and refined petroleum products in Naira. The big idea is to strengthen the country's economic sovereignty while enhancing local refining capacity and stabilizing the foreign exchange market. After a lull in the deal, the federal government has given the okay to Dangote Group to go ahead with the Naira for crude deal. So the hope for a pump price drop is high. Even more heartwarming is that experts and independent marketers on Wednesday welcomed the reinstatement, saying it should be permanent as it would strengthen the Naira and enhance energy security. And so with a new team in place at the NNPCL, the future looks very bright, if you ask me. So shall we have a robust conversation, therefore? Two gentlemen who understand the dynamics are here, so we'll have a bite at the subject matter. Let's meet and greet them. Aki Fatunke is an economist, a chartered accountant, and a player in the oil industry. Mr. Fatunke, I welcome you one more time.
Thank you very much. It's always a pleasure to be with you here.
Okay, he's joined by another chartered accountant who is versed in the business. So, to me, Fatunke is here. To me, he's also a commentator on national affairs. To me, I welcome you.
Thank you very much, Citizen.
So, gentlemen, what can I say? What's new about the Naira for crude deal?
Mm-hmm. What is new for me is continuity. Yes, it's coming, in my opinion, late, a bit late. Should have been proactively considered.
Mm-hmm.
To take the bite and take the bullet. And why that happened is because there are some other fallouts regards whether our hard-earned revenue that has been dwindling from the mono source that we call oil is enough to be able to take care of so many of our needs. But a linchpin in our needs is the area of the politics surrounding PMS. Regulation or not the regulation.
Premium motor spirit, yeah. That is petrol, yeah.
And government of the day, including the opposition, have agreed that that sector needs to be looked at, opened up, and that the trajectory that we were pursuing was not sustainable. Not sustainable. We could not continue to borrow to fuel PMS that finds its way to our neighbors, and then the economy itself continues to dwindle. So where President Bola...
So are you painting the picture of fifth columnists in the business?
There are fifth columnists. In the business, the fifth columnists are still there. We even have 6th, 7th, 8th, and 10th columnists as we speak. Because our economy has been porous, has not been compact in the way we are many nations within a country. And our gestalt, meaning our worldview, on how to resolve a common problem differs. So while some want to eat their cake and have it, some others want to invest and perhaps in education. Some don't want to invest in that kind of education, will close schools during Salah, and that nothing is going to come out of it and all that, because we all go to center. Back to this issue. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu then therefore, through what I'll call a coordinating Minister of Economy, something similar to what I think we had during Jonathan's time, when Mrs. Okojo-Iweala had to find a way to coordinate all the little bits and pieces. Looked at the policy direction that he chose, and the regulation is gone. The fallout of that regulation, the fact that we had done forward contract sales, the fact that we are not producing high enough, and the twin policy about making sure we align the foreign exchange market so we can take away arbitrage and we can take away, all at the same time. It's like saying you want to cure a malaria by cutting off the head and cutting off the leg, because you felt the leg has gangrene and the head is not correct and all that kind of stuff. If you do that, you are going to kill the whole body. So we decided that, look, let's do something. Since we have the refining capacity in Dangote, who is out there, even though you may call him a monopolist, you may call him whatever, he runs the largest and the most competitive at a time when other refineries of the world.
I hear he is the largest single train refinery in the whole world.
While others are finding it very uncompetitive too, now decided to drive that. So if that is on, Port Harcourt refinery is a little bit, fits and starts. Waterman and the modular refineries are also coming on, and BUA is getting set too. So why don't we therefore cut off all the other logistics about import? After all,
and start refining at home.
Start refining at home, get that capacity at home, and then flood the West African sub-region and begin to do what Dangote is doing. But Dangote is not Father Christmas. If you are going to ask him to sell, to buy in dollars, he cannot. He will not be able to sell.
Yeah.
So it's a policy choice that.
And more than that, Nigerians will take the rap.
And then we now go on the streets again and sing hardship. So between October 2024 and March 2025, something needed to have been done. And then there was a lot of pussyfooting. And what did the Grandmaster do? Maybe it's a coincidence. Went for the NNPC and broke it down. Changed the guards with technocrats, people who can structure deals, while at the same time making sure that he balances for all, whether you call it federal character, all the contending forces, and got the right set of people. And one of the first things I believe they did, I'm not there, was to say, look, this Naira for crude, can we have a look at it? What will it cost us? In economics, you look at the opportunity cost. It's going to cost us this. More so that what we are not envisaging, even though we envisage it, we are not envisaging the tariff war that Donald Trump has introduced. Crude prices are falling, yes, developmentally, it's going to cost us a lot. So why don't we then look at refining capacity? 2 days or 3 days after this inauguration, or within a week after this inauguration, the crude for Naira for crude is back. As we speak today, 15 Naira per liter has been found to reduce. If more and more will come in, and if we can up our production capacity to the benchmark of 2 million barrels per day, and up it to 30, making sure that whatever
up to 3 million.
To 3 million, and we make sure that the politics surrounding a few things that's happening in the Niger Delta is dealt with, I think I am home and dry to say we are going to get more reduction. Good times for Nigeria.
All right. To me, Mr. Fatunge is painting the picture of better days are coming. You know, are you seeing the same thing?
Well, to a reasonable extent, yes. When the Naira for crude was introduced, it was supposed to be for a 6 months
period,
pilot period. So October to March. But you know, there are a whole lot of forces also that are not happy with the arrangement, because during that period, earlier this year, we saw importers, independent marketers, complaining about them making losses as a result of
the deal,
the constant or the couple of reduction in prices by Dangote refinery.
Did they find him an enemy?
Well, yes, to some extent, because as far as
was he really the enemy?
No, because as far as they are concerned, his activities are affecting their own business. Not forgetting that their own activity is affecting Nigeria. Now, the main aim of the Naira for dollar is to help for crude is to help with Nigeria's dollar foreign reserve. It will reduce the demand for forex to import fuel, because if we are meeting our local demand,
we don't need
people to start going to source for dollar to import fuel. But of course, it's a free economy. So if you still want to go and source for dollar and import fuel, the government is not holding you, but you will not get any favor with regards to. So if the business is okay for you, you stick with it. That's why I was surprised when they came with, we are making losses and stuff. I'm like, didn't you guys factor that in before you decided that you would still be importing, despite the fact that there's Dangote refinery that
has a capacity for 650,000 per day.
Yes, we have we have more than 10 modular refineries, though they might not be producing PMS, but they're also doing diesel and others. And then there is NNPC bringing 2 of his refineries back on stream. So you have to start wondering, are these people looking at
the same picture?
Yeah, the same picture, or is just their own business, and whatever happens to Nigeria is Nigeria's problem? And I think along the way, you know, we have sympathies for ourselves, whichever divide of Nigeria that we are in. So if you're on this divide, be rest assured that there are some people on that divide that have people on your side and would kind of put spanners in the works for you. So for me, there was no reason why we had to wait till March before we start renegotiating
the deal.
It shouldn't have expired before. So I mean, maybe there was no mileage, and Dangote was looking at, you guys are trying to be funny. So therefore, we will suspend this for now until, because we are running out of time, and then we don't have a new deal on the ground. Of course, the PIA has provided for sales of crude oil in Naira and in dollar. Now, the only difference is, or the major difference is, we are not, Dangote is not looking for dollar to buy crude oil.
Okay.
But he's still buying the crude oil at the dollar equivalent. So if crude oil is at $100 per barrel today, and our exchange is at 1,500, it will pay Naira equivalent of that $100 at 1,500. Now, he doesn't need to source for dollar. So easy, he buys and he sells. Or even if he's still importing, the people importing are importing with dollar. But they will still have to sell in Naira, of course, when they've done the conversion and everything. But because that quantum of dollar is saved, other importers or users
or what you people call opportunity cost.
Opportunity cost, yes. Now, you know, in the last almost 2 years, the federal government has been able to move a net reserve from $3 billion to 23 or 27 thereabouts.
Oh, really?
Which is good.
It's gone higher than that.
It's because that means the economy is now getting healthy. You understand? So the benefit of the naira for crude is part of it because it's saving dollars that you should have been using to defend, saving dollars that people will have been using to import fuel. So on the long run, I'm still looking at the magic that petroleum product importers want to do. Because
you mean marketers?
Yes. I don't know how they want to compete with local refineries. And of course, Dangote is not the only local refinery. NMPCs there. Other people, February or thereabouts, 4 new refineries got licensed. Boa is also in the pipeline. And I'm sure that I heard that the Chinese are also looking at coming into the refineries because stability encourages investors to bring in their money.
The climate would
be... So yes, it hasn't really trickled down to the masses.
Yeah.
But the investors are looking at stability. Nigeria is getting some stability. We can see some direction, and we can see that there is a focus. So let us come and join. That's, I think, part of what informed this American bank, JP Morgan, to apply for a license to come into the Nigerian economy, because that means there are businesses to finance. You know, whether we like it or not, most of the noise we make, these people look beyond those noises. They look at the reality of ground.
Long term.
And long term, let's take a license and come to Nigeria. It should tell us something. They come in, they finance a whole lot of businesses. There will be job creation. People will be able to earn, able to meet their needs. So, in the long run, gradually, the dollar exchange rate will stabilize. There won't be up and down every day. So, you can even plan that if I'm importing something, I'm sure that by the time I'm paying back, I'm still paying back at almost the same rate. So, even if I'm going to make a loss, it won't be...
It will be marginal.
It will be not that I bought at 800 and then by 3 months' time when I want to repay, I am paying back at 1,300. That's going to wipe out whatever you've tried to save. So, the dynamics are not so straightforward, but you have to look at it. Stability of the dollar exchange. We want to build our dollar reserves, and we want to reduce the pressure on demand on dollar, which the importation of petroleum products is one of the major demands. So, over time, if we can achieve that, there is no way it will not impact positively on the Nigerian citizens.
Mr. Fatunke, so there's a silver lining behind the cloud we have been coping with, if you understand what I mean.
Senator Jones, before we go into the high techniques, and he's done very well, I'd like to draw your attention back to your profession, the broadcast profession. I know that it has its own links and linkages. At one point in time, I don't want to go as far back and say you had big old camera, and then of course you have the Kodak, and then all that kind of stuff, and suddenly with your phone, one phone, you can get a touch, you can get everything, and many industries got wiped off, unfortunately. Now, those industries got wiped off, perhaps because they were not constantly doing their sports. And what to me just swept them. We can take 4, 5, 6 days, not hours, to begin to look and interrogate them. I work in the downstream, so I understand the nuances. I understand some people that are caught napping and all that I understand that clearly, that Nigeria happens to them. You put it that way. Or you can say technology has happened. The point now to me is we have raked up investments, fuel tanks, retail outlets. We've done so
We
much.
invested so much money.
And the question now is, we are looking at today. You forget that you'll be making your returns, but you look at today, because those investments are made for long term, Senator Jones. So suddenly, you kept your eyes wide open. You saw Dangote refinery coming on. Maybe the thought was that it's not going to happen. I don't know. You didn't think,
even when it was unfolding before your eyes,
you didn't think it was high time for mergers and acquisition? The oil majors, where I operated from, took a decision that they are going to change their mode, sell to whoever wants to sell, and then do distributor business. When all that was going, Ipman, our local refineries, I am patriotic. I am not saying, yes, you had your day, you had your value chain. At one point in time when we had all the scarcities, you were building your tanks and all that. If that is, the federal government of Nigeria was not building reserves. So Nigeria would have just gone under. So it has its pros and cons. So while all that was going, when they did the SWOT, don't forget, Dangote refinery was supposed to have come on stream at a particular point in time. It didn't happen.
Every time
they kept postponing, I remember.
So NNPC was continued to do the thing, and then we kept on
enjoy a monopoly,
and we kept on sinking.
They just kept the status
and
quo.
sinking. Buhari's time, remember, PIA was,
petroleum industry
put on hold. It was supposed to come in, and then the next that people should not forget. And then we saw the issue of contaminated fuel that started coming in. And Dangote said, look, I have a world-class, world-grade lab that will take off everything. Now, the international community was looking, what kind of human beings would this be? With the kind of thing that we are going on, the independent marketers were thinking they could, okay, should I use this one? Yes, cash in. Bring in the thing, put it in your tank, and wait for the appropriate time, and then try and make a kill. I'm not accusing them directly, including get your trucks, to take it to Njamena and take it out there, go and do turnarounds and all that. So it was speculative. Dangote came and broke that jinx, and then we got a new sheriff in town who was Tinubu, and everybody had said that, is this man right? Is he okay like that? It should not go. And then he looked at it and said, look, we must find a way to begin to. Bola Tinubu and his team also had people allegedly, so let me use the word allegedly, who had done a lot of deals, all these four contract things. They were benefiting from the fact that Dangote would not come on stream, you would not be able to get dollars and all that. Speculatively, they kept on until perhaps, Mr. President, I don't know if that's what happened, I'm just speculating. Just woke up, you can be symbolizing and you cannot be. And then suddenly you just get your eyes wide open.
Wake up on the right side of the bed.
And then say, what exactly is going on here? Whether that person is your own, what Bola Tinubu did, his mentor in life, career-wise, was the chairman of NNPC. What? No, wait, come. You don't have to put that aside. Let me look for technocrats that will come. Something similar to what happened in 1973 when we changed our currency. Some people must have gone to. You suddenly just come and then change. Many people were biting their fingers. That's exactly what has happened now. But I like what he said. What is the overall objective? Is it your own sectional interest or overall interest of Nigeria? Or are you going to cut your losses? Yes, we can decide that. Look, can we match many of you? It's a part of life. While we are trying to build up the kind of reserves that we should build. it has ratchet effect, as they say in economics, domino effect. The big banks are coming and saying this Nigeria is the next destination. We now need to curb issues surrounding security issues with the kind of twin, the tax reform that we are talking about. If all of these things can come all at the same time, but Nigeria is not one. We are different. And so while the train has already started to move, some people are pulling it back, no, this should not happen and all that. But with the single-mindedness that we are having, it's not to say that people are, yes, we are suffering. A lot of the sufferings are born out of what we call imported inflation. The inflation that we had, apart from food, import-dependent, imported inflation. By the time you cut off all these things, and you have a central bank that is working focusedly, and we have an NNPC that is working focusedly, and then we have the marine economy, and then we have the others that are coming in. I do not see how Nigeria is not going to want to survive, in spite of all the noise in the marketplace. It will die down. Yes, for some of your losses, government can also come in one way or the other to help. Okay, look, what are the equipment that you have gotten and all that? Can we palace them? Can we lease them appropriately? Are they fit to requirements? You know, the Nigerian situation, we are just going to bring a torchlight and you say it is a generator and all that kind of stuff. And then we can then streamline and then go for the long term. There is also the issue of the politics. On this crude thing, can we maintain a situation where our production is not disrupted by the politics? You know what's happening in in River State, in the South, and Bayelsa, and the politics of, and all that kind of stuff. If we can put all that together, I see Nigeria in a trajectory that is great. BUA comes in.
Yeah.
Waterman in Benin, and
they keep increasing their
increasing their capacity, and foreign investment is coming. This is how we started. That's how Mobil, Shell, Ajit of those days, so they all came in. They brought in all the things they need to bring in, and they begin to look at the bigger picture, and then you get well-honed human beings that can show transparency, can show accountability, and can show what you can call value for money.
Yeah.
The suffering will continue. We are still going to have to. It's like, say, you don't want to eat everything that you have. You want to plant it so that at least by the next season, you're not going to get heavier harvest. That is the direction that we are going. It's still on slippery slope. We need to play the politics. We need to have a very strong, extremely very strong man. The only person that I've seen that has been as strong as that is Obasanjo, who brought in the politics of bringing the Okojo-Igwealas of this world in, bringing them in and then standing with them politically.
Yeah.
That's the only direction that can save Nigeria.
Let me tease you a little. Apart from former President Goodluck Jonathan, every other president has been substantive oil minister.
Yes.
Looking back, would it say it had been a plus? And by extension, we say you pour oil on troubled waters, but when your oil becomes troubled, what do you pour it?
Well, yes, the presidents were oil ministers, substantive, but the necessary policy that should be put in place. It took over 20 years for us to pass the PID, and that will have opened up the avenue for more investment to come into it. So
by now,
it's just now that last couple of months that we started hearing announcements of final financial decision for major projects that are going to start coming up again. for the past decades, there has been a downturn in oil exploration in Nigeria, and that's why we've not been able to meet up our OPEC quota because production had gone down. The oil majors have left the onshore platforms. They have actually even sold. They are now concentrated their attention on offshore, and that's a whole lot of money. But you also have to look at, is this country stable? Now they are seeing that, okay, we can deal. Confidence has also soared because of the new set of people coming into NNPC. So people will bring in their money. They would increase. So when the president was saying certain target of 2 million and 3 million barrels per day, it's because they know that, well, we are showing working. The people that have the money will bring their money in, and then those fields that have been lying fallow would be activated. But that's with that in May, the government still needs to do a whole lot of enlightenment, because now, like I said earlier, these naira for crude was supposed to be pilot 6 months, and then we renew, which has been done. And this one that we're doing now is indefinite. I mean, going on no 6 months. So let's just be going on until we see where we are going to get to. But along the way, Trump started his drama. The price of crude oil has dropped. And people, I've heard people say, I've read that people saying that the naira for crude is brought back because the price the price of crude oil is going down. Yeah. But as the price of crude oil was going down, our naira exchange rate went up. The naira lost against the dollar this week. I mean, I think it was 1.5, it went to 1.6.
Yeah.
So we're losing revenue from the government. And because of that, the naira is going up. So even if we are selling crude oil to Dangote in naira, he's going to pay more now because the naira has gone up. You understand? So it does not automatically translate to a lower price at the pump. So the government, because yes, if I was supposed to pay 1.5, I buy at 1.5 before naira equivalent, and I'm now buying at 1.6, the price, my cost price has gone up. The revenue that government should use to distribute to all government agencies has gone down because the price of crude oil has gone down. Our production is not at that level.
Optimum. Yeah.
Budget was based on what was 75. As at yesterday, we're hearing that crude oil futures is below 60. So
I might continue to go down to 50.
$15 deficit already. And the budget, we have a budget deficit initially. So that means the budget deficit has increased. Nigeria might need to borrow.
Right.
So the dynamics is not a one traffic. You have to look at different things that can happen.
So the everyday Nigerian will have to wait 1 or 2
yes,
more
and
days.
then media, news media, enlightened Nigerians should explain these things. So we can just say, you are selling crude that's for naira now. So why are we still buying petrol at 900 naira? No, it shouldn't. It's not
Now,
one for one.
Now you talk about enlightenment. I don't know what knowledge. I don't know what
we must begin to take it home now.
Now, what he has said is very, very important. You may know, and you know, but you go out there and begin to play politics, even with enlightenment. What we have just done here, within the time frame that we have, is to be realistic. I know you are gentle in putting that to the point. That it's not necessarily going to translate to lower prices at the pump. And these are the reasons. These are some of the things. It is either out of lack of knowledge, even from those who should know, even within, or
out of plain cynicism,
or we decide that we want to play politics. No, politics with the whole thing. I also want to say that we need to be very, very careful. Even though this, like you said, is a balance, we are already hearing some decibels, noise from certain parts of the country. And that is the fact that, no, it should not be. Some people that were appointed, which is largely false, is coming from a particular sector of the country. It's all intrigues that put our own people there. Your question to me is, being the substantive minister of petroleum, do we have any regrets going in? I would say yes. We should have regrets because we should be looking at governance. We should be able to have, from what Bola Tinubu has decided to do, in my mind, is to put technocrats in there and then just stay behind and give the feeling. Going forward, I think it's going to make life very, very easy for everybody. And you made a statement that, with the exception of Goodluck Jonathan. Goodluck Jonathan was not the substantive minister of petroleum. But we had a minister.
No, I said every president except Goodluck Jonathan.
Yes, it was not. It was not. And I'm saying we knew what we went through with whoever he appointed in there. I don't want us to go into all these things. So for forms of government, let's put content. Whatever is best administered is best. Let's put right square in right holes. Attempt to put right square in right holes in CBN. Attempt to put right square in square holes in NNPC. It's already drawing a lot of flack. And people are already saying, no, it should not be. We want to go and form a coalition and all that kind of stuff. And then, well, I don't know. That will take us back to our vomit. And then we now begin to do start up again. Nigeria will thrive. The enlightened middle class, which is, I think, in my own estimate, are the engine of growth to educate people, enlighten people, tell them the truth. Stop all this stuff. Now, because it's not naira for crude, it therefore means, no, it doesn't translate to that. We must ramp up production. We must make sure that we diversify the economy. All hands must be on deck. We need a government of national cohesion and unity now to look at all aspects. Okay? And this is not the time for you to now then say, because you come from a particular region, you are going to be given an appointment. You say, no, you are not going to do it because you are not of the same party, which is a lot of some of the things we are getting. Above all, character, competence, and capacity from the federal government, led by Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to show good example, lead by example, and making sure that the other units of government, whether the National Assembly, some people call them rubber stamp, no rubber stamp, and the legislature and the judiciary, are made to be independent in a way that everybody now then soldiers will now have a right direction to go.
Yeah, okay.
We're not yet there, and that's the only way.
Okay, let's apply the brakes here, but not before thanking Tumiolowe for your time.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Atifanduke for your intervention.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Dear viewer, our job is to give context and clarity to the issue. Yeah, you have heard the Naira for crude deal has resumed, this time indefinitely. It should be for the common good at the end of the day. So we watch and wait. So when we pour oil on troubled waters, we need to pour a lot of sense and sagacity on troubled oil.
Into the water that you even want to pour in the first place. So it's really pure water.
Okay. We're out of here. Thank you until the next time. Bye-bye now.
Every Monday on this station at 11 p.m., the spotlight comes on. It's the Biscon Show. From the heart of the action to your screen, BOS brings the glitz, the glamour, and the stories that matter. Airing on AIT, streaming on Biscon TV through GoTV channel 144, and across Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. We're everywhere you are. From star-studded weddings to political events, corporate galas to celebrity interviews, BOS takes you behind the scenes with style, class, and authenticity. Powered by Biscon Television, our cameras don't just capture moments. By popular demand, the magazine you've missed, the one that once traveled side by side with the Biscon show, is back. Reimagined for today, reborn for tomorrow. Once a flagship companion to the BOS brand, BOS International Magazine returns to reclaim its space, not just as a publication, but as a powerful extension of the BOS experience. From the vibrant pulse of people and politics to the fast lanes of sports and lifestyle. From the quiet corridors of influence to the vibrant streets that shape our culture. BOS International Magazine is your passport to the stories that matter. We shine the spotlight on the bold, the brilliant, and the beautiful. We capture the essence of Nigeria and the heartbeat of its people. We tell stories that inspire, profiles that endear, news that resonates, and moments that live forever in print. It's not just a magazine, it's a movement, it's a mirror, it's BOS on a page. BOS International Magazine. News, sports, people, politics, places, lifestyle. By popular demand. Back in your hands. And once again, the perfect complement to BOS on screen.
How are you, sir? Nice to see you, sir.